All right, welcome to Chandelier Bros. Thanks for joining us. We are work associates that would meet once a year at the Chandelier Bar. My name is Joe,
I'm Ross.
I'm Darren.
and thanks for joining us. We created this podcast because we were trying to recreate the conversations we would have late at nights in Vegas after work, and
At the Cosmo,
at
floor 1.5.
Level 1.5. There we go.
the Cosmopolitan. We've been doing that for a few years now, or maybe even a decade or so.
Dude, I've been doing it since you've been in diapers.
This guy wants to show his age over here,
That's right. A little gray hair here. Yeah.
Dye, buddy, dye. You gotta dye it every day.
Do you dye your beard?
Every single chance I get.
No,
There's
you
one
don't.
popping up here. I gotta dye it tomorrow morning.
Oh man, I
He's
got
got
grays
like
all over.
Amazon. He's got the subscribe and save with the shoe
Oh,
polish.
absolutely. Absolutely. That's not a lie. That's the truth. That's actual fact.
You save like $2 on each bottle
Oh, you're damn right.
because it
That's
comes
like
every three.
$9, man. I try to use one of those for like at least 5 or 6 runs, man. You know what I mean?
What's your go-to brand?
Just for men. Jet black.
No.
Jet black, man. Not touch or gray. Just
Touch of
just for
gray.
men. Jet black.
Do you like scrutinize the box? Like, because every now and then they could send like a different one. You look like you're Irish, it just comes in orange.
No. They come in my eyelids are completely black now. That'd be crazy, But you gotta have. I don't know, man. Like I get a haircut, and the barber does a little shave, and then you can see all my grays. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I have to do it, and I get a haircut once every 2-3 weeks. So
I mean,
Wow.
you are the elder statesman here. So
yeah, well, I'm the oldest, but you look the oldest. Look at your beard over there. You refuse to dye his beard.
I get maybe 3 haircuts a year.
What?
And I just
you ain't got
got
that
one.
much hair, Joe. Just be happy you get it at least 3 times a year.
I mean, I don't.
Wait,
I usually let it go a little bit.
3 haircuts
That's
overall, or
sex life 3
3?
times a year too.
Like in a year, 3 or 4 haircuts in a year, maybe once a quarter.
But you never like trim up or anything?
Mm-mm.
No, just a taper.
Yep,
None
I
of that.
get more haircuts now because I'm on camera more often than I did back in the day.
Mhm.
Because I'll rock it out different ways, so that you can do a little more. You can do a little more with a little more hair.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, then again, you're in Chicago. You're in a stocking hat 6 months out of the year. So who
Yeah,
cares?
exactly. Yeah. Or I'm on my bike, which I have a helmet on, so who cares?
Of course.
Right.
Speaking of Chicago, I was trapped here during COVID, and I was watching, everybody else watching TV late at night, and me and my buddy would Zoom together and watch like late sports at night. Cornhole is on television and still is, I believe. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah, I saw it once or twice. I flipped real quick.
Yeah. Do you call it cornhole?
Back east, we do. Yeah, we call it cornhole. I don't know about Darren in Philly, but in New York, it's cornhole.
Listen. I've played the game once or twice, but I never seen it. But I've seen all the useless stuff on ESPN though. There's a bunch of other stuff there that's not really considered a sport, but we're not gonna go there.
Well, they're not doing so well anyway, but because I call it bags. Some people call it cornhole here, and I used to play it like every week.
Very literal in the sense bags.
Yeah, it's bags. Me and my friend have devised a retirement plan to where we're going to go into bags training, and then become experts at bags to win the prize money in the future.
Was it repeats or it was like active tournaments going on?
There's active tournaments, like there was they had co-ed tournaments. They had just male, just female, and they would have an audience, which was spread out because of the times, and it was a whole production. It's sort of like pickleball right now, where it was hot during
Pickleball.
COVID.
I think of a sport as, there has to be some sweat, some physical exertion.
These weird things get spin off onto real shows. There's that show that I used to see on ESPN, the knifing show where you cut all the ropes and stuff. There's an actual show on Netflix hosted by Goldberg that shows about that knife thing, where guys go out there with the knives and they chop wood and they cut rope and all sorts of weird shit. So, and that's considered an active sport too. So
Well, there's
what
also
do you guys think of those?
Yeah, but if you're chopping wood, like I remember the old school like
You don't use an
lumberjack
axe.
shows.
You're cutting like a little piece of wood with a little like a 9-inch blade that you used to cut on the table and stuff. I'm like, this is.
But what's the competition, Darren? How fast you can
to see
cut
if you
wood?
know to see if well time is one, but they want to make sure that your knife is still able to contain or hold an edge at the end of it, right? Because the last thing you lose cut right through like a rope, like on a downward strike. So if you lose like chopping the wood, your knife picks up a roll, you won't be able to make it through that rope.
Are you talking about Forged in Fire?
No, Forged in Fire is a different one. It's called Knife or Death or something. Yeah, something along that route. I mean, knife.
You know, there's one sucker in every group, and Darren's the one keeping that Netflix show alive.
Listen, man.
I've never seen it.
I used to try to forge knives. Remember? I cut off a finger here.
Oh, I was waiting until the finger made a debut. Do you name it? Do you have a name for the finger?
I call this finger Stubbs.
Stubbs.
Let's see it. Let's see Stubbs.
Yeah, Stubbs McGee right here. You see that? You can't even see him anymore, you know?
It just looks like you're trying to flip me off.
Yeah, I know, right? It looks like it, but unfortunately, there's nowhere else for me to show you that Stubbs.
Do you get in trouble when you're in traffic or something? Or you just like brushing your hair or going like that? It looks like you're.
Causes accidents
right
with
like
that thing.
Yeah, right. People are like, what the heck, dude's fucking flipping us off.
But clearly, getting back to topic, right? Clearly, ESPN is just void of content, right? And then they just continued it because someone's watching it, or I don't know. They're advertising. There must be advertisers.
I mean, yeah. You know what? I think it was like Bush Beans. Actually, I think Bush Beans was it's mostly like cookout kind of advertisers. I think that were on there, like a hot dog company, Bush Beans.
I think it's just a product of society. You know, kids don't want to be picked last, so they pick up a beanbag and they throw it in a hole. Right? Yeah. They don't want to work towards it. But I had read a while back that they were trying to make cornhole Olympic sport. I'll tell you that if that ever happens, right? Like I'll be on that one, right?
Yeah. I would crush that. I think I can beat the people that are even on the television now.
Because it's just sheer luck, man. Half the time I toss that bag,
no, there's
I miss the hole. It goes past the hole.
There's skill. There's
Darren. There's some different kind of throws you can do. Because my friend looked into it, and because I throw the spin one, so I hit it in the middle of the board and I slide it into the hole. But you can, you gotta knock off bags and stuff sometimes because you gotta get directly 21. At least that's the way I play.
I think you should try for the U.S. Olympic cornhole ball team.
Yeah, but hey, Darren, don't joke, right? If he can do the Olympics, you could do the Paralympics with that finger of yours.
Yeah, I can put it. I'm trying to get a handicap pass for the last 2 years. I can't get it. I'm trying though.
It's not good.
I'm going from New York City to Pennsylvania. I'm going to Philadelphia now. Let's see what happens. I'll let you know if I get one.
I mean, do you think darts is a sport? It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, you're right.
But that's some skills, though.
Is it a sport? I mean, it's really old. It has tradition. So it has a little history there. So that's why people. That's on TV. That's on TV still too.
Well, billiards is on TV also.
Yeah, that's a sport, right?
That's a skill, man.
Yeah. Is there a difference between?
I think, cornhole would be the bronze medal at a skill level of those three.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what? They have to make the world now where everybody who wants to do something can get some kind of trophy, right? So they make these weird sports where everybody's getting a participation trophy. You know what I mean? So the weakest, lamest guy who doesn't deserve to win anything could win a game of friggin' cornhole. So everybody gets it. You know what I mean? Because that's that society thing where everybody gets a trophy. You participate, you get something.
Yeah, well, I mean, people call that snowflake. Snowflakes.
Yeah.
I call it cupcakes. Cupcake culture. Cupcake culture.
I'm full agree on that.
Darren's had one or two cupcake culture activities.
Well, I have some.
Do you win a cupcake if you then you get to eat it?
Depends who's hosting it.
What's the next sport then that keeps if this keeps degrading? What's the next sport that could come along to where everybody's a winner?
Paper triangle football.
Yeah. We need that. We need football teams where a bunch of kids start crying at the end of the game because they didn't.
I said paper triangle football. You know, when you were like,
oh, jeez.
You're like,
I remember those.
In the lunchroom.
Were you this one or this one?
No, that's too wide. But you gotta go this way.
We used to call this this was college, and then this was NFL. So
man.
See, Darren in the lunchroom, Darren was always the receiver, and they try to hit him in the mouth. You know, it'd be like,
talk about lunch school games. You remember that game out back in the 90s to do with the spoon and try to break the spoons?
Break the spoons.
Maybe that's a New York thing. That's a Queens thing.
It's probably like an inner city thing. Yeah. Inner city. What?
You get like the sporks, right? And then you bend it back with the top of the handle piece, and you try to snap people's spoon with it, and that's the whole game.
I've never heard of that.
You could have not been any form of athleticism and be able to win at that.
You just wasted 30 seconds of everyone's time listening to that story.
Hey, listen, man, these are all high schools. I mean, stuff that will probably eventually become a sport. Spoon breaking. Let's see that. Wow, I'm gonna demonstrate that to you guys.
I'm gonna have to see that.
Yeah, I'll pass.
See that in action. I'll watch it.
It's fun when you're like 15 and you're in school and you got nothing about 14. You got nothing else to do.
You have a plastic spoon to play with?
Oh yeah, you get it at lunchtime.
I'll tell you what though, if my kids bring home a participation trophy, they know it goes in the garbage.
Yeah,
right in there. That's what I say. Leave it there. They cry. That's fine. Next time,
leave it in the back of the truck and go into the dumpster in the morning.
That's what it is.
I've never won a participation trophy.
We're a different age, man.
Yeah, different age.
I do remember being at like some big little league thing, to where our team came in like second or something, and it was first, second, and third, but all the teams were there, and it was like a big banquet thing. I don't even know why they did it this specific year, but yeah, not everybody got a trophy, and
it's okay.
It was, it was fine. The idea of giving everybody there a trophy that's a lot of trophies.
Then there's no point in trying, right? Yeah. I mean, I always think like second place, the first one to lose.
Yep.
Usually, but
you have that mentality.
Yeah, that's how I am. It's like, if you know what, losing just makes you want to try harder. That or play cornhole.
Backbone, you know. Yeah, that's it. Once again, it goes back to that whole thing about like you build weak people because everybody always got this idea that you're going to win something, right? No matter what.
Yeah.
Losing makes you build your backbone and it makes you actually, the next time we go harder. That's what it is.
Have you ever been in like have you ever joined or played in some kind of organized sports where you came in last place? Have you ever experienced that?
Man, I came in second to last almost every sport I ever attempted. I haven't got no goddamn trophy. There's always one kid I could beat, all right?
Because I'm on a softball team, and with our first 3 years we were terrible. Like lost like 36-3, just getting destroyed. And we, like you guys said, like it was fun for us because we'd still go out and get drunk and stuff and eat some tacos and shit afterwards. But we wanted to win. We weren't doing it to get our ass kicked every time. But we eventually got better, and we've since then won 2 championships. We did experience that whole roller coaster, and the winner in our league gets a fleece. It's no trophy. So not everybody on the you get a jacket or a shirt or something like that. It says you're the champion.
It's like the Masters.
Yeah,
exactly. You get the jacket.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, right? If you said it there, right, yourself, right? Like you didn't always want to lose because losing does have a feeling to it, right? Makes you feel like, wait a second, we need to improve our game here, and that's what it is. If you take that feeling away, nobody cares at that point. Nobody wants to keep working. Who wants to keep? Oh, we're still gonna get a trophy at the end of it. It doesn't matter, But you come home to a father like Ross who takes your trophy and throws it in the trash. You got an issue right there.
Do you still get Dairy Queen after the game, even though you're not first place?
We don't have Dairy Queen here.
No. Or do you still get?
The answer is no. No, you get some white bread and ketchup packets.
Ketchup soup. There we go.
Some bananas too. You don't want to cramp afterwards.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this. It might be a little scandalous, but if you remember Karate Kid Part 2, John Kreese was right. I don't condone putting teenagers in headlocks, but he broke his trophy.
Huh? Yeah.
Now who's a loser?
You're right.
I don't know how Johnny fell for that crane kick anyway.
Yeah, it was a little suspicious.
I ran into Ralph Macchio at the Islander games. Dude's like 5'7". You know,
yeah.
Johnny should have ran. You know, if it wasn't for movie magic, he wouldn't have had a chance. Ralph Macchio on that one. If it was like real deal, if it was like UFC, see, that would be a sport people would watch. You know, like all this stuff that's on TV now, like the what is it, the Logan Pauls and Jake Pauls and all that stuff. Celebrity, you put modern day Johnny versus Ralph Macchio. I don't know Johnny's name. What's his name? Will Zappa or something like that.
I don't remember.
Whatever. Like, let them go at it. You know.
Yeah. What would be your celebrity match you'd want to see? Like right now. I don't even know.
Kim K and Cardi B.
It would be like extensions and fake press on nails flying everywhere.
Oh man.
Oh jeez, here we go. You know,
they got. Be like
that's when your kids are in bed, Ross. You're allowed to talk about.
Wait, hold on. Didn't they go at it or something? Wasn't there like some club fights or whatever? Oh, Kim.
I don't know.
K?
But if you say I'm looking it up tomorrow.
No. I was thinking about the other one. I don't follow the hip hop stuff. Cardi B and the other one got into it. There was another one.
You saw that video last week when somebody hit it with a bottle?
No. Yeah, I saw that. But did you see what happened to Iggy Azalea in Saudi Arabia?
No.
So this is going sideways a little bit, but it's worth a talk because it's present. So, you know, Saudi Arabia is super, super, you know, conservative, right?
Right.
So she has on, and she's got curves to begin with, but she's got on like this skin tight patent leather get up. And she goes to squat and her left thigh, I think left or right thigh, the pants split. And she knew she was in trouble because over there, they'll cut your head off for doing that stuff. Like you're not getting out, you know? So one of the, I don't know the whole story, but you see like one of the roadies or assistants like throw her a towel to put over it. But I think they like nixed it after that.
Oh, so, really? Was it early in the show?
I don't know. I don't care.
She's a fine woman though. You can't
see,
you know.
The
Arabs would have been happy looking. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie.
But hold on. What is it with Larry David? A fatwa? Was that what it was called?
Oh, that was yeah. That's when he
fatwa, right?
Yeah, the fatwa.
You got a fucking fatwa. I got a fatwa. You got a fatwa.
Isn't that a holy war? A fatwa?
No, it's like they want to kill him.
They want to kill him. Like they put a hit on you.
They did for Larry David?
No, it was part of the show.
It was part of the show, man. Curb.
I mean, you know what? I missed the earlier seasons. So
it's part. I forgot what he did. He what did he do to get the?
Let me go back and watch that whole show again. You know that.
You gotta do some studying here, bud.
But I
gotta get into the Larry David. The whole.
You're ill prepared. You're ill prepared.
I don't know.
The guy has a name. Leon. Yeah.
Leon's the man, dude.
What's his origination story? You gotta have one. You got like a comic book over here. What's his origination story?
In the show?
Yeah.
Well, he was part of the family that they got displaced because of the hurricane. So he took them in.
Oh.
And then he even started dating who was it? Who was the mom of that family?
Vivica A. Fox.
Vivica A. Fox, yeah. So he even started dating her, and then at the end of one season, but then everybody else moved out. But he was so funny, and their encounters were so good, because most of that show is improv. They just have beats where they have things that need to be said within this scene, but you fill in the gaps. So
really?
A lot, yeah. So like they just had a really good.
Dude, I never knew that. That's why that show's so funny.
Oh yeah, that's why it's hilarious. And they can only have certain people on there because not everybody can do that.
No, of course not.
But him and Larry David just had a good connection, and it's just a cool thing to go to when they need to, if they have to fill space or something.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Wow, that's where he came from. You got a really good grasp of the show. I don't remember that, but I'll go look it up. I'll tell you that much.
What amazes me is Darren has every streaming service known to man. Yeah, he doesn't watch anything fully, right? He's got even like the dark site streaming sites, right?
Hey,
Like,
listen.
he, like,
You
you know,
know,
he,
that's
like,
private,
breaks
all
up-
right. That's private.
That's private.
right. Same username and password for everything, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
that's how it is. That's
You don't
how he
give it
rolls.
out, man. All right, don't give it out now. You know?
Give it out right down there. Let's see
Yeah,
what
we'll put it on
happens,
the bottom.
right at
Yeah.
the bottom. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know who's
Yeah.
watching this episode yet, so it won't.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
But getting back to
Yeah.
the cornhole stuff, I think just ESPN is just void of content. Like you even mentioned, I think when we were talking a bit about that slap. I don't even know what is it called? The slap challenge stuff.
I don't know what it's called. I just call it slap fighting, where
Yeah.
where it's. I've seen both sexes do it, where you just stand there and you take turns giving your biggest slap to the other person, and whoever can take it wins. I've actually never seen a full match. Like, do you go till do they go till like one person just can't get up, or is it like 3 rounds? And
Nah, it's. I think it's 3 rounds. They go.
Yeah.
But like those slaps are so hard, man.
How do you-
I don't think they make it through like the second round.
how do you not get concussed on like
Yeah,
the second set?
exactly.
Because they're crushing each other and they're winding up. They they look like a
Yeah,
cartoon.
they come from way back. And
Yeah.
just, wow. You know what I mean? But
See, it's like two ends of the spectrum, right? It's like, you know, you're either gonna beat the shit out of someone or you're gonna throw a beanbag in a hole.
in a hole.
You know, it's sort of like this is what society's come to here.
Yeah.
hey, listen, that slap fighting thing, I'd give that some props. I give that some respect as a sport,
Yeah.
right? Because that,
Oh, they're
I ain't doing it.
badasses, but
you know what I mean?
I've never been.
but why would you do that?
Yeah,
$10,000.
it's the same as boxing. Why would you get in the ring, put on 2 gloves, and just go to fight someone?
You make a lot
Well,
more
there's-
money in boxing.
And there's skill in boxing. Like you
I'm
gotta.
pretty sure. I mean, if slapping eventually picks up, I'm making some money over that too. Nobody expected MMA to be as big as it is.
See, I feel like the slap stuff has taken over for like arm wrestling, right? Like I think
Yeah.
of there could be a modern day one, and
Oh.
Sylvester Stallone is the
We need
mentor,
the-
like from Over the Top. Remember
Over
with
the
the hat?
top. we need an over the top slap movie.
Slap,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, there we go. You know,
Oh yeah. What could be the
some
premise
big
of that?
bad guy
Like,
comes on and slaps you with his
Who
fork.
could be who would be the villain? It would be like
Shaq.
no,
Shaq.
it can't be Shaq.
You get slapped by Shaq, you're done. That's like a computer screen hitting you in the face.
Do you know the
No.
other day he tried to dunk? Like someone said he couldn't dunk since he's like 50 now or something. He barely got the ball in there. I thought he would be able to just go up there and take it down.
Oh man,
But
man,
he
I
was
get
in
older. He weighs like 300 pounds now.
He was in dress
clothes.
clothes though, but I don't think that's.
Yeah, but he's 7 feet tall. He's got to have 3 foot arms. Like he should be able to just lob.
He wasn't able to. He barely
Wow.
got the ball, and he didn't even throw it in. He got it over the rim, pulled the rim down, and the ball like went through. Anyway,
I don't know.
But I don't
Maybe
think
the
he's a
suit
good-
was tight or something.
Yeah, I don't think he's a slap challenger at the moment, or
No.
a villain.
I think like the villain would be the Mountain, the dude from all the Game of Thrones. Like he would be the top guy,
Okay.
right?
Do you in
And
this sport? Do you work your way? Is it like a video game where you have like a Glass Joe, and then just all these shitty fighters till you start getting to better fighters, and then you move your way up to the mountain?
I think so. I think you gotta cross the hippo, the flamingo guy.
Yeah, Don
And
Flamingo.
yeah, I think so.
Dude,
I think
heard that the mountain works out without any gloves on. So his hands are just like a massive callus. That's all it is.
Where did you learn that from?
Yeah.
Men's Health?
Because I follow the guy, all right?
Oh, you follow the guy.
He's
That's
a
what
huge
that's
guy.
what Darren that's what Darren does when he's on the toilet making his participation trophies.
Sit there and follow people that are
Does he-
interested. I
does he
think
have,
he's an
like, his-
interesting guy.
Does he have his hand carrier like on his Instagram or something?
Say again?
You're talking about his hands, right?
Yeah. You know, most weightlifters use like gloves and stuff. He doesn't do that. He's like my hands, calloused.
Yeah, but he's like a Viking. They're cut differently over there.
Oh yeah. That's a stupidity.
What would be the name of that? What would be the name of the slap movie?
Around the head, over the top.
Around the head.
Over the top, above the head.
I think it would be like Over the Top 2, but it would be like
Over the Top 2?
something new.
Yeah, that'd be perfect, man.
Could spin this up. I know Sylvester Stallone's pretty chapped that he got like boxed out of the Creed series. So
I thought he volunteered to do that, didn't he?
What, Creed?
They forced him out.
No, they forced him out.
Really? That's his
I don't. It's like Winkler and one other guy. The producers own it. So I guess I don't know if there was something with Michael B. Jordan or whatever that wrote him out of it. But I think he could do an Over the Top. It'd be like, there's not too much exertion there. It's not like Rambo he's redoing.
Dude, he's redoing. He's doing part 2 to that movie, Cliffhanger.
No, he's not.
That's what I saw. I saw a thing on the
Cliffhanger
with blogs about it. The guy was they're doing part 2 to Cliffhanger. I'm like, is this guy running out of money or something?
I didn't see the first one, so I can't really talk on that.
I don't remember that movie being too good. I remember the video game was terrible. I had it on game.
The video game
was so bad.
Like a Nintendo status right now.
Yeah. But Over the Top, it was playing on HBO, and also was remember The Wizard with Fred Savage?
Oh yeah.
Remember that's how they launched Mario Brothers 3?
Yep.
Darren's out of that. Darren didn't have a Nintendo growing up.
And the Power Glove. That Power Glove came out of that movie.
I got
Oh, Power Glove, yeah.
I never figured out how to use it. Did you ever try to use one?
No, I didn't. I was a duck hunt kid. I just keep that right at the screen. Just.
Oh really? I would try to go far away. I was really good at that clay shooting game. I crushed that.
Oh really? What was that in the Olympics game?
No, it was with the duck hunt.
Duck hunt, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was an option in the duck hunt.
I just shoot that dog because the dog is to laugh at you.
Yeah. Duck hunt was a fun game. But yeah, slaps.
Over the Top 2. I think that's a movie.
You gotta have the beard for that protection. I think. You see, most of those guys have a beard, right? Huh?
I think you get. Well, it makes sense to have a beard. It's like a little cushion.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Do they measure how much? Like, is there rules to how much you could have on the face?
I mean, your beard eventually grows down, so there's only so much you can have on your face, no matter what.
Yeah, I think there's no rules.
Yeah,
you can bush it up.
There's no rules because I'm thinking of that with that sport, right? You could easily get hit in your ears, man. Come on.
That's what they do. Yeah, that's how they do it. There's no
hit
rules there.
You blow an eardrum like that.
Side of the head, Darren. Side of the head. I don't think there's any.
Wow, no. I'm out of that.
No, you should do it. No, you should. I'll sponsor it. We'll sponsor you.
I can barely hear now. I have one ear that works. Lose the other one. Great.
Oh, you have one bad ear?
Yeah, I have one bad ear.
Oh.
You start in the amateurs. You don't go to the pros right away. You work your way up.
Yeah, I gotta fight guys like Joe D over here.
Yeah. People my size trying to reach up and slap you in the face.
No, Joe. You'd get a step stool, of course.
Yeah, oh, okay, cool.
A step stool to stand on. You just can't generate that much force standing on a ladder,
Yeah, I don't think I'd be good at that at all. I've only gotten punched in the face once, and it sucked. I don't want to get hit again.
Here we go, Darren. How many fights have you got into, Darren?
Oh man, God, man. Jeez, I got too many fights, buddy. I ain't got no bone left in my nose. See this? My nose broken many a times, many a times.
Yeah.
We can talk about those for days.
Have you ever been in a fight, Ross, or got hit?
Ross used to be a footballer. He used to get in a lot of fights. Don't believe his lies. Now he's
not off the grass and stuff, but I mean, I've always been the smart one, right? You keep your helmet on.
Yeah. People punching you in the face
outside of that. You kidding me?
Listen,
you ain't running around with a football helmet on 24/7 in school.
Everyone's quick now to rehash a lawsuit, so we're not going to talk about fights. Speaking of fights, though, yeah. Oh, you what happened? You got knocked out?
No, I got like it was a cheap shot.
Oh,
he just came over and knocked me out. Tried to take my phone. So
you got jumped.
I got mugged. Yeah, on the train.
That's terrible.
in front of a ton of people. It sucks.
No, I remember that. We actually talked. We had that. That was the story you brought up in Vegas. I think at the
was it?
Chandelier Bar. Yeah.
Yeah, I got up off the ground.
With one of your, yeah.
I fucking swore at everybody. Nobody helped me up. Some kid came and just cracked me in the side of the face, and I went flying into the train. And I get up with like a little blood, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And all these like, there's like a bunch of. It was 5 o'clock. The train was packed on the Brown line, like in the middle of the city. It wasn't even in like, it was like in a normal area. Nobody even came to like get me off the ground. And I just, as soon as I got to my feet, my buddy Rob helped me up. And I just cussed everybody out. I was so pissed.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm laughing at you, but that's just a New York thing, buddy. You get punched in the
that
face.
was Chicago.
Yeah, I know, but that's just like a New York thing. I've seen that shit happen many times. And, all right, dude, sorry.
I would help that dude up.
Roll to the side. We need the train to come along, but
yeah, hurry up, get off. I gotta get off at the next stop. Game's about to start. I gotta get home. I gotta get home for slap fight 2.
Oh my!
That's right.
Yeah, well,
followed by bags.
Yeah, you cussed out people on the train because nobody helped you.
Yeah, like nobody helped me up.
He was like the guy in what was it, the Chappelle How High or whatever, when he quits his job on the burgers. He's like, "Fuck you, fuck you, you're cool, I'm out."
Yeah, that's
and then Joe got off on the next exit.
Yeah. Well, the dude that punched me just walked away. No one even like tried to get him.
Did he take anything from you? How did he punch you?
No, he tried to take my phone with like my headphones, but my headphones were connected to my phone, but they shattered all over the place.
Oh,
so I had to get new headphones, but my phone luckily was still with me. We eventually caught them down like 10 minutes later.
What did
it's a whole story, but like, well, we went. Somebody called the cops. And I went downstairs, and this is like 10 minutes after like talking to the train dude, pissing everybody off on the train. It's not
you held up the train?
No, not that long. The guy came down. He's like, I heard there was a fight. I'm like, there wasn't a fight. Some dude punched me, and then that was it. He just walked away, got back on the train, and they left. So I sat up there like just to collect myself with my friend, and then we walked downstairs. This dude's huge. He's on the other side of the turnstile. And I see him, and I look over, and I just go, "What the fuck, dude? You just punched me in the face!" And the guy had no idea who I was, didn't remember me. Really? And this was 15 minutes later, and then I yelled it at the guy, and it took him like a second to be like, "Oh shit!" And it was him and 2 friends.
Did he run?
The train guy grabbed one dude. Me and my buddy ran through the turnstile to try to grab these dudes. We get outside, and one guy got away. One guy. This cop's like car just screeches to the curb. These dudes fly out like a movie, grab the kid and throw him against the car. And then they point to my friend and goes, "You shut the fuck up. And you shut the fuck." And everybody was just frozen. And they like, they all threw us in a car or two different cars.
You got thrown in a car too?
Me and my buddy got thrown in a car, and then the kid that punched me got thrown in a car. And then we had to go to the jail.
You all, were you all in the same holding?
Two different cars. I wasn't in a holding because I told him what happened, and the guy was like, "You gotta press charges, man. You gotta press charges." They were like super.
Hey, at least they caught the guy. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Then I had to go to court and point him
testify.
Out. Yeah. And the judge is like, "Can Mr. Joe, and he has me stand up. He says my whole name, spells it out, so this kid can take notes.
This address.
To come murder me later." I'm just like, "What are you doing? He's right there." And like, can you point to the kid that punched you? And I was like, I don't want to. I mean, And then his excuse was that I stepped on his shoe, so he punched me. And I asked the person that was representing me. I was like, "Is that still illegal?" Like he's like, "Yeah." Like, all right, whatever. Yeah. I stepped on his shoe.
So the moral of the story is, if you wore earbuds, like AirBuds, he probably wouldn't have punched you.
Wouldn't have punched you.
Wouldn't know where. Yeah. So that should be an Apple commercial.
Yeah.
Imagine that, right? You got like one guy getting out of the subway with like headphones, gets jacked in the face,
Split
and the
screen.
next guy walks out with AirPods, like doing the little dance and whatever. It's like scot-free.
He's doing like parkour off of a mailbox and shit. Not getting punched.
With a headphones keeping your ass warm.
Yeah, I'm on the floor rolling around, yelling at people because they won't help me get up.
I'm sure, man, that's funny because you yell at the people who's around you. They had nothing to do with it.
I'm surprised, in this culture, I'm surprised they didn't press charges.
Yeah.
Against you.
Toss him out, lock him up.
This dude got punched and started yelling at me for no reason.
Something right. Maybe he's on crystal meth or something.
Yeah. He owes me $10,000. He had damage to my ears.
Oh, jeez.
But speaking of football fights,
what did the guy get in jail? How many times? What time did he get?
I got 2 years of like probation or something like that.
Okay.
The time served in 2 years. So I after 2 years, when 2 years came up, I was just always like
looking over your shoulder.
Yeah. I was like,
no more headphones after that.
No. Yeah.
You know what, Joe? You should wear a football helmet when you ride the train. You'll be
safe.
safe.
Yeah. Then no one will hit me.
And people leave you alone.
Maybe someone will just stab me then.
Oh. I mean, it's a possibility, but there's been some crazy, speaking of like football fights and stuff, some crazy preseason fights.
Really?
I don't know if they're like on YouTube and whatever. It's just stupidity. Like he said to me, like I was a fighter. Like I used to stay back because it's at the end of the day, everyone's wearing helmets. What are you trying to prove here?
Yeah.
And football is a legal form of assault anyway, right? Just get them on the next play.
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah, I
mean it's crazy, but JETS baby.
What do you eat during?
Like Water Boy.
Water boy. Yeah, like water boy. You could talk about someone's mom, but they're gonna come after you the next play.
Oh, yeah.
You better watch out.
They're gonna get you. What's your go-to food when you're watching football?
I don't eat. I get 3 hours of solace if I'm lucky on a weekend to watch a Jet game, right? And half the time I'm DVRing it because my kids have stuff going on. So that's like I don't eat during a football game. But if I'm going to, right? Like, I don't think so. Probably not if I'm home. Like if I'm like, we're over at the stadium or whatever, sausage and peppers. That's good. Yeah.
Darren, what do you eat, Darren? What do you do?
Darren eats everything. Darren just a laundry list.
Man, I go
he's a cheesesteak guy.
No.
He's going to that Dat's Deli and he's hitting up that Jamaican beef patty with the oxtail, a little chana in there.
All that good stuff mixed into a sandwich. That's what you need.
That's what it is. They just give it to him in a Ziploc and he just mixes it around.
There's a bag of,
he puts a straw in it.
No, you just cut off like your decorating
cake.
You cut off the corner.
That's what it is.
You squeeze it in your mouth.
He never knows what it is. Like it's like his mouth is like a cannoli shell. He's just filling it up.
Your go-to isn't like chicken wings or something like that?
Yeah, man. You gotta have chicken wings, you gotta have sandwiches. Come on.
Yeah.
That's it. Hey, Dross, for Super Bowl, right? You're in your house. What's your go-to for meal for the game?
Whatever my kids want to eat.
Oh, okay. Hey, you're right.
I mean, it's it's finger foods and stuff, but it's not anything. You know what? I've never seen a Super Bowl with my team in it, so I could care less.
Yeah.
We'll see this year. Aaron Rodgers, if he keeps both his knees and shoulders intact, it's like I said to my daughter, I'm like, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. That's what we need to worry about with Aaron Rodgers. If all those are good, I don't care. He could lose an eye. You could play with one eye.
Yeah, right.
Just keep all the joints intact.
What was your reaction to that preseason touchdown throw?
Which one?
His
to Garrett. Garrett Wilson is a stud. Dude's gonna have 1,600 yards. Yeah, I mean, he had 1,100 yards, offensive rookie of the year, with no quarterback.
Yeah,
no quarterback, right? Like,
I mean, you're trading off a less active quarterback in Aaron Rodgers with a better arm and better decision making, but he doesn't move as fast. So is he going to be able to get out of the way of those defenders that are going to blow past that offensive line?
All right, as a Jet fan, this pains me, but Tom Brady did fine without moving.
Yeah, but he had that left tackle. Who was this dude? Because last year when he lost that guy for the whole season and his center, I think he was done. The Bucs didn't do
last
shit
year. They were a shell of themselves.
Yeah,
I mean, the other thing is Aaron Rodgers is younger than Brady.
He is younger than Brady.
Right? Brady was going through some marital stuff with Giselle, which I don't know. Putting him in, putting myself in that situation, that would. I mean, I don't know about that one. It's kind of 50-50, right? You know what you have, but he can pretty much pull anything he wants. I think.
Oh, Tom Brady, yeah.
Oh, he's battling it up now.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Giselle getting kind of old, buddy. I don't know.
Who him?
Giselle?
He's like who?
He's
Her or him?
46.
Yeah, her. For him, come on, it's him, dude. Think about what he could pull. Imagine that.
Yeah, but that's otherworldly. Okay, like you can get some. I mean, I guess she was like a good family. Like I don't know with that. It was all over him wanting to play another season, which in retrospect he should have pulled the Jerome Bettis. I think Strahan too. Retire, go out on top. That's how I'm going out.
That's what.
I'm not waiting around getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, that's
no way.
John Elway did that.
Elway did it too. Yeah. Yeah, he won 2. Yeah.
He won 2, and then he was piecing out. He had Terrell Davis, right? That was that running back?
Yeah, he had Terrell Davis. He had Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is tight end.
Brady should have hung him up
while he was ahead
after that Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean I don't know, he's all right. Don't worry about it. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Now he owns part of the Raiders.
Raiders, right?
Yeah.
Really?
That's a stupid investment.
Well, and got Garoppolo anywhere. No. Well, they probably make a lot of money though in Vegas. It's gonna sell out.
Yeah. The owner Davis doesn't know what the heck he's doing.
Yeah, he also looks. You ever see a picture?
Oh yeah, it's a good haircut. Here's what I want. I want Darren. You grow it out like that. Just nice bowl cut, dude. You just do that bowl cut.
Wow.
You know what?
Dude,
if you can, Joe. If you can, okay. While we're having this conversation, we'll hop on Photoshop when we're doing post, and we're gonna mock Darren up that way.
Yeah, Darren, you got to send me a nice photo of just the front of your face, and we'll put.
Great. I need you to put a bowl haircut on my head.
Dude, that guy looks
my image
terrible.
for the podcast moving forward.
I can't believe that dude is like, he probably enters the room with all the other owners, and they're probably all just like, this dude, like, this dude's got so much money, he can't fix his hair.
You know what? It doesn't matter how rich I would be. I'd still listen to people, right? I may not listen to all of them. But there is not a imagine he goes to his barber, right? And he goes, the usual. The barber deserves to be fired, okay? Because that's not normal.
No,
of course not.
What do you think that dude's pulling?
Is he married?
I don't know.
I think he's hitting up all the Vegas strip clubs. I think he's pulling Robert Kraft. He hits up the massage place. You better watch out. Deshaun in Cleveland.
Oh, I mean, everybody I've talked to hates that decision, and it's hard.
He's good.
It's hard to root for. He was terrible last year, but he was super rusty. We'll see. He did have a good preseason, but yeah, it's a drag.
Like, I mean, are all the massage places still open in Cleveland, or what's going on with that? What's the yeah?
I hope he stopped. Like, Jesus Christ. But this will be the year we win the Super Bowl because we have it. Yeah, Cleveland.
I don't know about that. I mean, you got Eagles fan down here. Him and his cheese whiz and his pretzels and his cheese steaks.
Start bashing on the Eagles now, right?
I'm not bashing on the Eagles.
We got Hurts, and Hurts is all right.
You guys lost your.
I told you. Nick Sirianni's brother was my coach in college.
Yeah. This
I like
guy
Jalen Hurts.
got connections to those people.
Were you were you super pumped when they because they almost took your sneak away. They almost made that play illegal. The NFL almost took away that Eagles 1 yard sneak.
They did.
They almost did. They were going to vote on it, and then it wasn't a controversy, but a lot of people talked about it on TV where some people were on the team of, hey, you know what's coming, figure a way to stop it.
Right.
And other places were like, how you going to stop it? You know,
Exactly.
Fourth and one. I mean, I don't know what their percentage was of success rate, but it was huge, just because of that one play.
So did the owners vote on it?
I don't know if they did, but ultimately it did not get banned. So they can, you can still run that play. Anybody can run, and that's the other argument. Like, you can do it too. Like, go ahead.
That's usually a Bill Belichick thing, right? He finds ways of doing stuff, and then you have to look in the book. If it's legal, of course it's legal, and then everyone else does it.
Yeah, exactly. He had that
That's
one
why I
play.
hate him.
Do you hate him, or do you respect him a little bit because he does that, or do you
so I
despise
typically I will respect post retirement.
Okay.
I still actively despise him and hate him. Tom Brady I respect
because he retired.
But why would you not like the guy at all? I don't make it.
Tom Brady?
No,
I'm a Jet fan, dude.
Well, he's an enemy right now, Belichick. I love that Sauce Gardner, man. That dude's.
Yeah, I mean, as a rookie, he was the top cornerback by stats. So I don't know. The problem is with that stuff, it's like if you're the best, right? There's only one way you can go from there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sort of like, can he maintain that? Are there certain parts to his game as they watch more film that they can pick apart? I don't know, but I'll enjoy that as much as possible. I mean, the D line helps. The D line is nasty on the Jets. So, if they just give the quarterbacks less time, they're locked down.
How old is Aaron Rodgers?
How old?
How old?
Yeah,
I think he just turned like 38 or something.
What's it your business? You don't worry. You worry about your Phillies, okay? You're
Eagles. This might be his last year, though.
I think he's got 2 more in him.
He's living it up, dude. He's the king of New York right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite sure he is. Let's see.
What's the win total on the Jets? What's your guess?
I don't want to answer that.
No.
I would say
a little superstitious.
No, Darren could say it because I'll just put a fatwa on the Eagles. Then. Say
Hey, we have an Eagles game on the 14th. Eagles Jets, 14th of October.
Yeah, who's gonna win? See, I know a few Bills fans like that. I'll talk shit on them. I don't talk shit outside of the conference. What's the point?
Yeah, you only play every so often.
Right. The others, I get 2 cracks at the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
first game,
we're gonna track you down, man. You gotta watch it.
They the defensive line, got on Josh Allen, hurt his elbow, and then they turned Mike White into a pretzel on the other side. So I mean, it was just that hit was nasty. That dude, I've never seen someone brutally forced to put head to toe. Like, he just went like this: head, toe, head, boom. Yeah, that was that. So I don't know, but
I like
it'll be a good season. Yeah, it'll be a good season.
Oh, that was me. Chicago, baby.
Jeez.
I'm on the main street. Hey, it only happened once, right?
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You should see it when I'm recording stuff for work.
Maybe you have to close that window a little bit, huh?
I did. It closed.
Oh, geez. Thin glass. You must be freezing in the winter.
There's a little crack right there, I guess.
Oh, all right.
So, but all right. Well, on that note, that's going to wrap up our first episode of the Chandelier Bros. Thanks for listening, and be sure to subscribe and check out and keep the lookout for episode 2. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Looking forward
Same
to
place,
the next one.
same time next week.
Hell yeah. So, all right, guys.
Later.
All right. Peace.